As we get closer and closer to the end of time, it's becoming more and more important that we keep things simple. Like Jesus said, my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Religion took the gospel of Christ and complicated it. Religion took the truth of the word and made it seem almost impossible to live. Made it seem like God's instructions were almost impossible to do. But it's not complicated. It's not hard. It's not impossible to live out. But if you're going to live it out, if you're going to live your life by faith, you're going to have to keep it simple. I get asked a lot of questions about a lot of different things when it comes to living according to God's system. People want to know how much they need to fast, how much they need to pray. People want to know if they really need to be in church. People want to know how much offering they need to give. And I'm always the same. Keep it simple. Quit worrying about all of these little details about the do's and the don'ts. Develop your relationship with God. Develop your relationship with God. Obey what God leads and guides you to do, and keep things simple. It don't matter what I think. It don't matter what nobody else thinks about your relationship with God, because at the end of it all, you have to answer for you. So my advice to everybody is keep things simple. Plain and simple. Just obey God. Plain and simple. Just work on the way you think so that you can live your life thinking according to the word. Work on the way you speak so that you can live your life speaking according to the word. Work on the things that you do so that you can live your life doing things that line up with the word. That's simple. Just keep it simple. But when you look in the church world or the religious world today, what you see is a lot of people living a complicated way of life and calling it God. What you see is a lot of people living a hard way of life and saying it's of Christ. What you see today is people who are trying to live their life by a list of rules, trying to live their life so specific until they honestly just don't know what they're doing. And sometimes I just want to tell people, man, shut up. You don't know what you're doing. When it comes to living for God, you don't know what you're doing. When it comes to reaching people for God, you don't know what you're doing. You can look at your own life and see you have no idea what you're even talking about. That's why when you see people who complicate the gospel now, they have become a preacher but their life proves they don't know what they're talking about. You see people now who love to run around and praise God, but when you look at their everyday life, you can tell that they don't even know what they're praising for. You see people now, they just want to start a church. Yeah, go on and start your little church, but do you know what you're doing when it comes to living your life according to God's design? If you don't, it's because you haven't kept it simple. And man always wants to do all of this magnificent stuff. Man always wants to do something that they think is going to get them the pat on the back. They want to do something that they think is going to bring them more and more fame. They want to do things that they know is going to get them more and more money. But all of this stuff that man loves to go after, all of it leads straight to hell. You have to learn to keep things simple. If you keep things simple, simply live by God's design, live by God's system, the money is going to come. The material things are going to come. The peace that you need, the joy that you should have, it's going to come. You just have to keep things simple. And watch out for people who try to complicate the gospel of Jesus Christ. Watch out for people who try to make things seem like there's no way you can do it. And when you look at them, they're not even doing these things themselves. Watch out for people who would rather get man's results than God's results. People like that are not really concerned about you. They're just trying to get a top seller in the next book that they write. People like that, they just want to sell you another DVD. They just want the world to hear the next 10 steps that they came up with, the 10 steps to a blessing. They just want to be on the cover of the next magazine. People like that just want to get on the next talk show. People who are more concerned with being a big name in this world, all they're concerned about is if you're going to hear their next song. They're trying to be well known here on this earth. They're trying to do all of these different things when all it takes is for you to keep things simple.